Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your fight is for your first fight of the night. Once again, out of the blue corner, he is fighting independent Josh Perez. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, presenting G2 Richard Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Your referee, Mr. Rob Hines.
Hey, Ed, let me ask you, in your opinion, fighting independent, it's got to be tough, right?
It's tough. You know, depending on what your trainers are on that and what kind of people you have for support, it could be really tough because you don't have that support of a team here. So we'll see. Josh Perez, no stranger to the cage here. I've watched a couple of his fights. He could definitely take a punch and deliver it too. You
know, for the ones watching at home, why don't you explain as far as independent goes? So he goes to a couple different gyms. He goes, whoa.
Yeah, he might. Oh, nice takedown there by Richard Smith. Yeah, he could go to a couple different gyms. He may be training out of, G2, Chicago MMA. This is everywhere. Or he's up for that.
But he gave him his back.
Yeah, he did. But Josh Perez getting up here, trying to use the cage to help him.
So he's got to scoot his hips out and slide away.
Oh, yes. This is the kind of position that, both men are really exerting a lot of energy here. And if you're Richard Smith, you want to watch out. You don't want to exert too much energy here, maybe cause a mistake. But he looks like he's taking him down. Yeah, he's got his back. He's trying to lock it in here, looking for a rear naked. Credit to Josh Perez staying very calm throughout this situation. He's not trying to force the issue, not trying to force an escape. He's just taking his time, looking for his opening.
Yes. I think Richard needs to rain down. He's in a good spot.
Yes. Crowd looking for some action here. The ref might have to jump in and see where this is.
And see, Richard keeps stepping in with that inside leg, but he's not doing anything with it.
Yeah, Josh is doing a great job using, his hands and feet to basically just center himself.
But you know what, though? He's exerting a lot of energy. That's a big man sitting on top of him.
Yes, that is.
There he is. He had to pop the hip. That's all he had to do.
Yep.
Now he's got to follow up. Josh needs to fish out. He's got to pop his back out and fish out. There's a big gap. You can see the gap.
Yeah.
See, he steps. Now he's got a hip pop.
Yep. He's really committed to trying to take the back here. That nice knee there. Yeah.
So with what you were saying earlier, do you think they were reserved or did they come out swinging? What's your feeling here so far?
I feel like Richard Smith was trying to go for take this to the ground like he has now. He's almost he's got his back now. Yeah, he was a full mount. Now he's got his back. He's trying to lock in that rear naked choke.
He's got an arm caught in there.
He does have an arm caught.
If he just shifted his wrist a little more towards the chin, he'd actually have a pretty good choke in there.
Exactly. Now he's just taking some nice little rabbit punches there. Surprisingly, Josh Perez looks very calm throughout this. He's got loose. Now he's got
there
top.
He is. Rain
10
down.
seconds left in round
Rain
one.
Down.
There he goes. That's what I'm talking about. You see, Josh Perez, look for that opening. So Richard has to be careful. All right, and that's the end of round one. Vito. But it's not over till it's over, right?
It's not over till it's over. The first minute or so of that fight, I really thought that Richard had this one.
Yeah.
But I think at some point, because he had so much pressure on Josh that whole time, I think he tired himself out. I was saying that Josh was going to be tired, right?
Yeah, and it's really going to come down to the corners here, really giving their men instructions, kind of telling them, hey, this is what I saw. This is what you got to do. And especially for Richard Smith, he wasted a lot of energy. We'll see how much he has left in these next rounds. But Josh Perez, credit to him surviving that first round. He still looks pretty good right out in front of us here.
Josh showed me a lot of heart there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, when they got on top, they may have felt a little intimidated because they were being held down that whole time. He didn't show that at all. He got on top and rained down punches right away. If there would have been 25, 30 more seconds in there, we may have had an end to that fight.
It might have, yeah. And it's one of those things when he was caught in full mount and he had the rear naked, you could look at Perez's face. He was still calm and just cool. That is a sign of, a very well-trained, well-prepared fighter. As we get ready for round two, UCL at the Hammond Civic Center. Historic Hammond Civic Center.
Very historic.
Yes, very historic here in Hammond, Indiana.
I saw Hulk Hogan's XWF here in 2001.
That
How
is
about
going
that?
back.
Yes.
The Hulkster mention on UCL. And here we go with round 2.
Ooh.
Oh, nice punch there. Richard Smith looking for
Oh, big slam.
Suplex City right there.
That was a mix between a German suplex and a Japanese suplex. I loved it.
Yeah.
Now he's got to rain down, though.
Yeah,
there it is.
he does. He's got it. Perez taking some shots, but
there's a lot of punches, but I don't think they
connected.
connected. There it is.
What a maneuver.
I love Josh Perez.
The guy has no quit in him.
None.
North-south here.
If his hands are free, he's punching.
Yeah.
I love Josh.
Sage of kind of the play it to the bone type fighters who just comes out swinging.
Yes.
You don't know where they got it from, but they got it.
He's got to whizzer down on that one side and get off to the side, and they don't have that head open to rain down. He's just not doing it.
He just looked over at the corner, giving him instructions here. Right there, that's smart. He's trying to utilize a cage here to prevent that.
But see, every time Richard gets on top, he doesn't do much.
Yeah.
He'll throw a couple punches, but a lot of them are hammer fists.
Yeah. You think though it's one of those things, you know, if this does go to a decision, that is one of the things that the judges are going to look for, you know. At least Richard Smith was dominating, but, you know, credit to Josh Perez. Again, surviving any onslaught that Smith has been able to give.
Well, if you were giving points for heart, I definitely feel Josh would get a 10.
It would.
See, he keeps getting Josh keeps getting his leg caught in there.
Yeah.
And it's not helping him.
No, it's not. He's putting himself in some precarious situations here against the cage.
Yes.
Here in round 2.
He's got a half Nelson on this side. Just let it go. You don't see a lot of half Nelsons in MMA.
No. And this is what, you know, you think about it. Some of these big guys, they want to take it to the ground. They want to just, you know, they know if it comes down to a boxing match, it can be lights out. Yeah. Real quick.
Hip out.
Oh.
Rain down.
He's got it. Riding down on him, right against the cage
Not
here.
in the back of the head.
Yeah, that one was.
There was 2 unanswered shots in the back of the head there, Ed.
But Perez is still moving.
Right.
He's still, as long as he's intelligently defending himself.
That was a terrible move.
Right out in front of us right now. Exactly.
Richard pulled him right on top. I can't see from my vantage point here.
No, I mean, they are literally right in front of us right now.
Oh, he has a choke on him. Maybe I was wrong. He dove into a choke.
He did.
I stand corrected.
10 seconds left to survive round 2 here.
And he let go of the choke.
He did. This looks like it's going to go to round 3, barring some kind of crazy. And it does.
How do you score this?
Well, I think you got to look at it. Richard Smith's dominance. You got to give him those rounds there. But Josh Perez has survived everything that Richard has been able to throw here, so it's going to be real interesting to see how they come out in round 3.
Yeah, Richard's control of the cage is really strong tonight as well, too. He doesn't do much when he gets in control, but I don't know if maybe he's pacing himself out like we talked about when the fight first started.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too, you know, if it goes to the hands of the judges, that's what they're looking for, right? Who's controlling the cage? Who's controlling this match? And, you know, seeing those Richard Smith being in a dominant position a lot, that helps out in the scoring. So it's going to be interesting to see how Josh Perez comes out in this next round here.
So being independent, who is in his corner tonight? Are they other schools that are just have extra guys laying around and they help him?
It could be anybody. It could be brother, friend, cousin. You know, it's just really, you know, you're allowed 2 people to come down to the ring here in UCL. So any 2 people, really.
Ed, if I was going to fight tonight, I'd have you in my corner, my friend.
I would do my best Mickey Newbie Rocky. I'll tell you that right there. Give him hell.
Google that, everybody.
Yeah.
Google it.
If you don't know about Rocky, please go out there and see it now. Here, round 3. Josh Perez in the red and gray trunks, and Richard Smith in the black trunks. In our first match, a heavyweight battle.
I'd like to see these 2 stand and bang a little bit because we've seen enough ground action.
There we go. A little smile there after that punch for Josh Perez.
Ooh, nice front kick.
Front kick connects.
Whoa.
Oh, there goes. Richard trying to take it deck down to the ground. Right out in front of us here.
But now he's got to move. You got to move.
Yeah.
Because you exert so much energy when you're in that awkward position.
Yeah. He's trying to get past guard here, doing his best right out in front of us here. This is where, you know, really educated fighter, they're going to use their feet to kind of bounce off the cage to reposition themselves. I mean, both Josh and Richard were doing that.
Yes, I agree. More hammer fists.
Yeah, more hammer fist connects, but Perez is still defending himself.
And Perez is really there. I was just going to say, go ahead and cross the full mount.
Yeah, there it goes.
And now rain down. Or at this point now, is he up enough in points? Does he just kind of maintain it and score a couple points?
I think so. I mean, throwing a couple of shots. As we saw, Perez in the first round reversed out of, being out of a very dangerous position. So you don't want to give Josh that opening. But right now, it's good if you're Richard Smith. As the great Gorilla Monsoon said, you're looking your way to make it to the victor at the pay window. So
that's right.
All right. I would say stick to the plan,
Absolutely.
I mean, this kind of fighting, it's not glamorous to the fans, but, you look at Matt Hughes, how he would just wrestle people down to the ground and just grind them out. That's what Richard Smith is trying to do here.
Go ahead across the full mount again.
Yep. Yeah.
Kind of useless punches, but he's got to do something, right?
Yeah.
Again, the heart of Josh is really incredible tonight.
It is. I mean, if you think about it, if you had
rain down.
Oh, there he goes. He's coming down hard. He still has maintaining him on the ground here. I mean, if you got a guy that's 6'2" on top of you, he's ready to rain down punches. That's a very frightening proposition.
Yes. Which is why I'm not in the fight and you're not in my corner tonight.
No,
I don't
exactly.
Anything to do with that.
Listen, I think you and I are best suited for this side of the cage, where we could have a cold one and have the best seat in the house here for your UCL tonight. Also, I don't think they allow you to drink in the cage, too. So
not yet, anyways.
Not yet, at least. So 10 seconds left here in round 3. Josh Perez still hanging in there, but it's looking like this is going to go to the hands of the judges. Oh, there he goes. He came out.
Yeah.
Woo.
I think Richard Smith won this one tonight.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship there. I always love seeing that, no matter how two guys beat the hell out of each other, showed some respect at the game. That's a great thing to see out of these fighters.
Yeah, the first round I think could have been a toss-up. The second round definitely went to Richard Smith with riding time and control of the cage.
Yeah.
And then that third round was just pure dominance on his
Yeah,
end.
once Richard took him to the ground there, I mean, he knew what he had to do, and he delivered. So we're going to go here to our ring announcer with the judge's decision.
Very good opening match here tonight.
Very good opening match indeed.
The fans here of Hammond, Indiana, the historic Hammond, Indiana, are very excited. I think we should see how many times we can say historic Hammond Civic Center.
Historic Hammond Civic Center, yeah. I mean, it's held WWE events, Impact Wrestling events.
Yes.
Boxing events.
Boxing
I believe
events, everything.
I believe, fun fact, I believe in 1986, Kiss played here.
Really?
And there was a massive protest.
Really?
A lot of churches protested the playing of Kiss here at the Hammond Civic Center, of all things. So Gene Simmons has been in Hammond at least once.
Gene Simmons has been everywhere there's money.
He has been. Well, he has.
Follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money. I don't think there's an item out there that doesn't have Kiss logo. And we'll go to our ring announcer with the judge's decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first fight of the night, all 3 judges scored at 30-27 for your winner by a unanimous decision. And fighting out of the red corner, Richard Smith.
Yeah, I would say no shock there. Richard Smith, our victor in the first bout. But give credit where credit is due. Josh Perez with a fighter mentality.